you're going at such a rapid pace, and I'm like, these fucking guys are gonna cancel me. They're not gonna come.
Nope.
Now they're, you know, they got camera crews following them and all sorts of shit. No,
Yeah, it's crazy.
no, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks
I
for
know you guys
having
were busy.
Thanks, man.
I think we can jump right in to the Shamil fight.
Okay.
Shamil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that, I think, will take us to where we're at today, and
Okay.
that sets us up for basically a week apart where you guys both fought.
Okay.
Right.
Perfect.
So that's the fight that got canceled twice.
Yeah.
I think you were on the show about to take that fight on, then it
Yeah.
got canceled twice,
Yeah, twice,
and then
yeah.
you finally made it happen.
Yeah.
So aside from the guy being full of spit and that being that almost stealing the show,
Yeah.
how was the experience?
It was crazy to experience a full like UFC crowd.
Yeah.
The ceremonial weigh-ins were awesome. They were insane. Just like I was getting like my pre-fight anxiety just walking out on the stage, just doing the ceremonial weigh-ins, which is a little weird, but it was really good to like experience and to, you know, get those jitters out. And then once you like, you're standing in the tunnel and it's like super closed in and the fans can see you and they're like, all right, not yet. You got like 90 seconds and you're walking and people are screaming at you like, you know.
Now explain to me what the nerves actually feel like at that moment, because it's not the same thing as being on camera. Those type of nerves.
No, definitely not.
We're talking about like super athlete, massive audience. You're about to go.
We're ready to go. Like it's like peak. Everything is super, you know, at the top of everything. Like your adrenaline's going, everything's going, and like my hands are. I'm ready to go. I can punch through a wall. I can run through anything. Like, and then your music hits, and everyone starts screaming, and you're making that walk, and people are like, they're grabbing at you, they're touching, and it's.
I love how different we are. You're like, at that moment, I just wanted to, you know, I could put a fist to the wall. I'm thinking I'm going to shit my pants.
I'm ready.
It's two different reactions to the same thing.
I'm ready to go. Just like run through anything. Like no one stopped me from doing anything at that moment. I'm unstoppable at that moment. And
Okay.
It was awesome.
Okay. And you were obviously in the corner.
Yeah, I was telling, we were talking to our cornermen in the back during the weigh-ins, walking out and seeing one of the fans at the weigh-ins, like that was more fans than we've ever fought in front of. Just like
Really?
the weigh-ins.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
Like looking out and seeing them, like you could see they were.
Now
in
that
the
was
upper level
T-Mobile
and everything.
Arena as well, where you guys
Yeah.
did the wings. Right.
No.
No,
We did at the
MGM Park.
MGM
Yeah,
Park.
it was like a
It's
theater.
like a little stage.
Okay,
theater
okay,
thing,
okay.
But still, it was like the whole first floor was packed. The whole upstairs was packed. Like you
Yeah.
could see everybody screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a crazy experience. Just the weigh-ins.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And then I thought to myself, like, if this is just weigh-ins, like, what's the fight going to be?
Right.
And then we were in the fight, and I have video of it. Pat took video of it, of us like walking back through for his walkout, and we're waiting there. People are yelling. People are yelling at me, like, "You're gonna kick Collins' ass next week."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
screaming
good.
At me, and I was like, "Oh, like
I'm focused
we're
on
here,
this.
We're here for this
Yeah.
guy. Like, don't talk to me. We're focused on this guy." But yeah, like the people see you when you're there, like waiting, and they all just start gathering.
Yeah.
And you're like confused on if they're gonna start screaming like bad things.
I was going to
at
say
you.
overall, like a positive.
Overall,
vibe?
it was 100% positive.
Okay.
Yeah. There was like no bad things happening, or nobody saying anything bad or anything like
Okay.
that. And the walkout, like, I've been to multiple UFC events.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like, this walkout's gonna be crazy when I make my walkout. And just him making his walkout, like he
Yeah.
said, I was ready to run through a wall. Like, I was ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
I thought I was fighting.
Right.
It was crazy.
So you don't get nervous
you
for
get
him?
goosebumps just thinking about it.
You don't
now.
get nervous for him in that moment?
Nah.
No. You're just
Even,
excited to see the performance?
Like I know the hard work that he's putting in every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm training with him every day, so I know
Yeah.
what he's capable of, and you know, just going out there, and I know that he's going to perform to the best that he can.
Yeah.
So I have no nerves whatsoever. I get more nervous for my own fights than I do for his fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you get more nervous than he does? Like, do you guys are kind of similar in that
He gets
sense?
nervous for my fights.
I get real nervous for
He
him.
doesn't
Like,
shut up during the
Yeah.
corner when we're in the corner. he's
Anxious
always
talking?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just-
Everything.
and that's just me. That's just how I deal with my nerves. And
Yeah,
like,
and he's like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like super quiet.
Gotta
He doesn't
focus.
say anything. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to like overwhelm him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's dial it back a little bit. But that's just how I deal with it, I guess.
I'm sure you guys hear this from family and friends, but like, I'm sure Gabby, you feel the same way, but I get fucking anxiety when I like start seeing you guys coming out, because when you know somebody and you know they're about to do that, there's something about it that you're like,
Yeah.
if something goes wrong, what's going to happen? You know, so it's like, it's just funny. But so when you came out, I'm like, fuck, he looks so small compared to how you were before.
Yeah.
And immediately I'm like, is his power gone a little bit? Obviously I don't know anything because you guys know the difference. You know, you're obviously training every day. But holy shit, once you put it together, did that power not go away?
No, definitely not. I just think I'm a little bit. I didn't think I could get it much faster, but
I was gonna say, did you feel more fluid in there?
I'm more fluid, more everything just seems to be connecting more now that.
So how did the fight go in your opinion when you were in there?
I felt, I didn't want to like get overwhelmed with the whole experience of everything, like people screaming. I went from fighting at the Apex to where I could hear him, I could hear Will, and all of a sudden I got however many fans are there screaming,
Right.
and I'm just picking up little things. Like I wasn't fully hearing them. I was hearing the crowd, what they were doing, and then I was hearing I was hearing Will's voice, I was hearing his voice, just little stuff. And that was, my biggest thing was, all right, I can't get overwhelmed with the experience. I need
Okay.
to focus on the task at hand. And I just kind
Right.
of dialed it in.
Does that cause a little bit of panic though, where you're like, I can't hear direction, and if I'm maybe needing to listen to my corner, I can't, or not really? It's just a matter of tone everything down.
Yeah, it's not really like a panic thing. It was like, because I know, I know the game plan. I know how to fight. He knows how to fight. He knows the game plan when we go in there. We know what to do. But it's the little adjustments that maybe I'm not seeing because I'm actually in it, and then they could see that I could pick it up and then make those proper
Mhm.
adjustments. Those are the types of things.
So in your opinion, Kyle, seeing the fight, how do you think Shamil's performing, and was the game plan working?
Yeah,
Like, were you seeing it
the game
playing out the way you expected it?
For me, no, I thought he was going to finish it a lot earlier.
Okay.
I didn't know that, like, we didn't really see, like, Shamil striking as much.
Yeah.
But when he stepped in the cage with him, like, he was like, doing simple mistakes with his lead hand, and he was getting caught a couple times with Shamil's left hand.
Yeah.
And we just made the adjustments in the second round. But I expected it to go a lot quicker. Like, like, when he landed the hook in the end of the first,
Mhm.
I thought it was over.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, like, we're good. And then he who was the referee?
Mark Smith.
Mark Smith just let it go. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It should have ended it,
Referees
but-
these days.
Yeah, right.
I'll get to yours.
Yeah.
A little iffy, especially Herb Dean. Well, so anyway, so it was very exciting to see you, finish it, and then immediately I'm like, all right, the call out. You're really good at calling out. And by the way, for saying that you're not or at least you weren't comfortable,
Yeah.
you get on that mic like it's no fucking problem.
Yeah, I guess it's the adrenaline and me
Right.
being in the moment, and I'm getting used to everything, and that high of winning in front of all those people, and at that moment when you win, Kyle, it's like no one can touch you in that
Yeah.
moment. That is the greatest moment that you feel right then and there. Obviously, besides certain other
Right.
milestones in your life, but
Right.
at that point in time, that's the greatest thing, and you feel like you could take on Superman and kick
Right,
his
right,
ass,
right.
so it doesn't matter.
Right. So I can't recall who you called out. Probably Stipe again.
It was Stipe. It was Stipe, and then
Rosenstrike winner?
Rosenstrike and
Right.
Blades winner, and then it was the Volkov and Tybura winner as well.
Okay. So at that point, is Derek Lewis a thought in your head at all?
No, because he's coming off of the title fight.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was an option. I figured, hey, Stipe would be a fun fight because cop versus firefighter, and then the other 4 people that I called out were just because they were right around the rankings. And I figured,
Yeah.
if I'm calling people out, I might as well call them out who are right around the same rankings and the same like level, I guess.
Yeah.
In the company, that I would more than likely get those and not at Derek Lewis.
Right. So then the nights, what do you guys do to celebrate that night? Anything?
Since I was fighting the following
right.
weekend,
Yeah.
we came home and we went back to the hotel, and
I think I ordered
they
pizza
they
and
got
some wings.
they got
yeah.
pizza and wings. I had
that was
my little
celebration.
meal that I had, and
And that was it. That was
Poor
it.
guy.
Yeah.
I'll celebrate this way.
I'm fine with it. I don't mind it.
So then that week, what was it? Oh no. Okay. So the rumor started happening about the Derek Lewis thing, I think, and I believe it was your management or somebody said like, no, he's focusing on his brother.
Yeah.
He's not committing to anything right now because everybody started. I think I posted something immediately.
Yeah.
What hasn't been said yet is that
Yeah.
he was getting photos done for the UFC afterwards, like the victory photos.
Uh-huh.
And the manager texted me. He was like, "Yo, have him call me.
Yeah.
They already have an offer." And I was
Yeah.
like,
It was.
I was like,
yeah.
shit.
That was. Yeah.
It's
It
been
wasn't
20
like a
minutes
big
since the
thing.
fight
Yeah.
The guy's
Like-
still on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
it was.
get up.
Yeah, it was like he said. It was.
It was quick. It was quick.
I got done. I think it was the Laura Sanko interview,
Yeah.
and then I did another like UFC media, and he's like,
Yeah.
I can see him behind the cameras, and he's like, you need to call
I said,
Hector
you need
right
to
now.
call him.
Like you need to
Right.
call him. So
But
I'm
are
like,
you
all right.
are you worried that he'll lose the opportunity if he doesn't jump on it quickly?
Well, I didn't know who it was.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
At
know
that
who
point,
it
you
was.
didn't. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't know what it was.
You just
until
said it's
FaceTimed
serious,
him.
they want you
I
to-
said, yeah, I was like, listen, like Hector seems serious. Like, you just gotta FaceTime him.
So how do you think that happens? Because I have no idea. Like, so are they watching the fights and immediately have people that they have on cue that they think if you perform a certain way, those are the guys who you're going to throw your way?
I would assume so.
I
mean,
would think so. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I would think like, each matchup they're like, okay, well, these two guys, whoever would win.
They're playing bracket in the
Yeah.
background.
They're like, all right, maybe we'll put them with this guy or else we'll put them with this guy and we'll see how it goes
Right.
and how their performance goes. So
they might
I
already
guess
have your year planned out for you.
yeah.
And like, if you win this fight, you fight this guy. If you lose this fight, you fight this guy.
Right.
So on and so on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But
So it
we'll
all
never know.
depends, Yeah.
So we'll wrap. So I don't think you committed that week to that fight, right? It was after your fight.
Yeah.
So we'll hold off on the future fight, and then we'll switch over to you. So then you're getting ready for a fucking big name.
Yeah.
In the UFC, whether it's warranted or not, based on his performances, the guy got really, he picked up steam really quickly.
Yeah.
How were you going into that fight? I know you guys are very calm, level-headed. You're going to win, but what was your thought about him getting ready for him?
My biggest concern was just like him talking, but like
Distracting wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was like throughout my whole like fight camp, people would not shut the hell up about this guy. Like,
Okay.
they wouldn't shut like Kevin does this, Kevin does that, Kevin talks, blah blah blah. And I was just like getting sick and tired of people saying his name. And I was just like, dude, like I'm tired of this guy. Like it's just giving me more fuel to the fire, like for when they won't stop talking to me about him. I know I have a fight coming up and I need to answer questions and stuff like that, but the interviews weren't about me. They were about him. Yeah. And I was like, what the shit? Like,
yeah. I can see how that's frustrating for you, but you got to understand it's like if you're fighting McGregor,
of course.
the conversation is going to be about you fighting McGregor, not
and that's
until you prove it differently.
And I also took it as if like they were kind of just.
I didn't just compare him to McGregor, by the way.
No, of course not. Sorry. But I also like looked at it as like they were kind of just giving him trying to give him a gimme fight.
Okay.
Because I was coming off of a loss. I'm 1-2 in the UFC right now, and he's fighting the two top guys in the division. So it's like, what the hell am I doing here?
Right.
But I was like, all right, like this is what I want. Like those are the fights that I want.
So were you worried about his striking at all, and like very safe feeling about taking him down based on his performances before and his?
Yeah, our game plan going into the fight was to put him against the cage and take him down. But like as you saw in the fight, like I was doing better in the striking.
I was gonna say you were doing just fine in the striking.
I felt that was the most comfortable I ever felt striking. That was like the most comfortable I ever felt with like anything. The only thing that was like a little like iffy about me was me warming up in the back in the locker room. I felt slow, I felt sluggish. I was like, fuck, like I gotta wake up. Like something's gotta wake up. Yeah. And then I just started like talking to the corner man. I just started like cracking jokes, just being like, let's kick this dude's ass, like, let's go get this. And I came out and performed the best that I could have.
A lot of fighters feel that way, and then they perform like shit, and they knew it from the beginning.
Yeah.
That it just wasn't their night.
It's all mental. That's what it is. It's the mentality you have when you going out there. Like, I could feel shitty, I could be sick or anything like that, but I'm going to go out there and try to fight the best that I can.
So what do you think makes you feel that sluggish? Do you think it's like, is it a mental thing? Do you think it's adrenaline thing?
It's hard to explain. Like every other day of the week, I'm fine. But when I wake up on fight day, my legs are always like feel weird. My legs always feel jello-y. Like
really?
It's weird. I don't know if it's anxiety, if it's just like being anxious and like the adrenaline that you've been building up all week for the fight. I don't know what it is, but once I step foot in the cage, it's gone. So I'm like, really? This is weird. Yeah.
I've said this too. I think it was at Issa or somebody who had issues with whose legs he couldn't
feel my legs.
Right. So Issa, I don't know if you know who he is. He fights out of the John and Daniel Gracie kind of group, and he fights in the CFFC. But I didn't know who he was initially. But when John came on the show, he was talking to me about this fighter who kept on saying that he couldn't feel his legs. And he was trying to put his legs on top of him. He could get the fucking legs off of me. Like, it was the whole thing. And then he came on the show and he was like, oh, yeah, that was me. He would get nervous and he wouldn't either feel his arms or his legs in the middle of the fight.
What? That's weird.
I'm like, dude, that has to be anxiety.
That's something.
Anxiety will do some weird shit to you. And if it's not there, you got to get checked out.
Yeah, it's like, I guess his anxiety was like shutting his body down, or I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it's like the body trying to protect itself or something.
I don't know. That's super weird, though.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
So Kevin Holland, and I swear I'm not going to make this interview about Kevin Holland, but but at this point, you're going to fight him again. So, All right. So I thought the fight was going great for you. You were looking fantastic. The headbutt. I've never been called a clown more in my life on social media. After I shared my opinion.
You should have saw my DMs afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was bad.
There's so many fucking people. Anyway. Okay. So what happened? What happened there? Did you feel it when it happened?
No.
Okay.
Like we clashed and I did not feel a thing. It was weird. I guess it was like the area which I got hit, and like because it was on his jaw as
Right.
opposed to his as opposed to like head to head. But
Yeah.
when we clashed, I literally thought he had fallen and just fell in front of me.
Right.
That's why I jumped on him.
Yeah.
The ref didn't say stop or anything like that, but like I didn't feel the initial like clash or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped in with the hook, and I tried to roll underneath it, and then as I came back up, it
Yeah.
just happened, and I like shifted my body out, and he kind of just fell forward.
Yeah.
And that's when I jumped on him. And
But to be so, and we can. I will obviously. I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
But I thought he recovered very quickly, or at least he started scrambling or quickly. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like he was out.
No.
Right. And then, so the ref was who? Was it
Dan Mergliotta.
Okay, Mark Liata. But Herb Dean was outside.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm convinced that Herb Dean has something to do with the influence.
We can talk about that.
We can't talk about that.
No, we can. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, which is what I shared, if the referee allows it to continue, we've seen him on his back knock somebody out.
Yeah.
He could have caught you with something very easily while you were trying to take advantage of the position on the ground.
Yeah.
He knocks you out. What the fuck's going to happen there? Is it going to be a no contest?
Nope.
No, it would be on ESPN Top 10 about how
The best recovery, best, wildest
Yeah.
shit ever.
The reason why I'm getting so much flack for the headbutt and everything like that is that because he took the brunt of it. Like we clashed heads, and because he suffered and fell over from it,
It's an unfortunate
I'm the
situation.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And you did it with class. And then he stood up. He stood up, right?
Yeah.
And then you choked him out.
Yeah. Jumped on his back, choked him out.
It seemed to me as fair as like an outcome can be because it's just like getting caught with something and then being choked out. It's just, anyway. I didn't like the fact that Margulieta goes out, talks to Herb Dean, had made a very clear choice in his opinion.
Mhm.
They spend 20 minutes, what it felt like, discussing it. And I feel like Herb Dean influenced the no contest.
Yeah.
You don't have to have your opinion on it if it's a bad thing to.
I'm sure I could say what I want. Not really. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I just feel like if the referee makes a decision, it's on him.
Yeah.
I can't group up with, like, if I illegally elbow somebody, I don't group up with my coaches and be like, oh, like, I don't know, like I shouldn't have did that, or I should have did that. Or
Right,
whatnot.
right.
Like
You're in there for a reason.
I'm in there, yeah.
This
Like,
is not
it
like
should be on you. It shouldn't be on anybody else. He even said it before he walked out of the cage. He said, "I'm going to keep the win the way it is, and then he'll just have to appeal it." And I was like, "All right, cool. Like I'm getting paid. It's fine."
yeah.
And then Mark Smith, as he's walking down the steps, Mark Smith throws the yellow, like they have like a little like yellow light for the replays.
yeah.
Up
It's like a
on the
replay,
up on
like
like
they
the outside
put
of the
in.
cage.
Okay.
And I looked at him and I pointed right to it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So
here goes some bullshit.
Okay. So that was you knew they were gonna.
I knew
See-
something was on. I knew it was either going to be no contest. I was going to get disqualified or something.
What I think was that it was Margulieta's fuck up for letting the fight continue, because he could have he could have
That's the
stopped
thing.
it.
That's the thing. That's my whole thing about it. Like, if you're going to make the rule for a no contest, then you stop it right then and there. You stop it. If you think it had that much impact that you want to call for a replay, then stop it right there.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Like, if it's such a bad head clash that one goes down, and then in your opinion, you're the ref, you control everything in there. If you think that it had that much of an impact, then stop it right there, and then do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
But if you're allowing the fight to continue, obviously you're allowing Kevin to recover. He's fighting off of his back. He's then defending 2 additional chokes.
Yeah.
My brother had the super deep one arm guillotine in, and then he was going for the darts. He at that point scrambled up to the cage, in which in time he took his back and choked him out. He was defending and trying to improve his position
Right.
up until he got caught in the choke.
So he was showing signs of
he was showing
of defending himself,
Yeah.
which is usually when they stop a fight, right? When you're not able to defend yourself.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons for why that was bullshit.
Yeah.
So listen, but here I'm gonna be I'm sure you've thought it already this way, but the positive side of all this is that you get a much bigger spotlight now to fight the same guy and have a much better outcome that favors you in a much bigger spotlight. So at the end of the day, and you're getting paid as well for this one, correct?
Yeah.
So it's all good,
Yeah, right.
But it's some bullshit, but it's all good.
Yeah. And it's weird the next day on Sunday, he magically stops a robber from.
Oh yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
That was a little
That was
weird, too.
interesting.
Yeah.
That was
I
very
feel like,
interesting.
I mean,
I was like, wait a minute.
He's got a good team.
I was gonna say,
I was
I
like,
thought
wait a
teams were
minute.
good, but when I saw it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna say
got a
puppies
team.
now too.
Yeah, he's got a good team on.
Meanwhile, there was a meme of Kyle kicking a puppy. Now I'm just joking.
Yeah,
That was some bullshit. Listen, I don't know anything about Kevin Holland. He seems like a nice enough guy.
No, yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah,
we
he was
we went to
super-
Whole Foods and he was in the same van as us. He was really cool. Like
Yeah, it
nothing
wasn't-
was wrong.
Yeah,
Oh, and by the way, he came out afterwards I love what he said,
Yeah.
which still didn't shut up all the haters.
No.
He came out and said, I feel like I lost twice in the same night.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, maybe a little bit extreme for him to
Yeah.
say that, but it's in his thought. It was like, well, I didn't protect myself at all times,
Yeah.
and then I also got choked out. So I
And
lost.
if the roles were reversed, I would have had to go out and appeal it to the commission to get it turned into a no contest, and I probably would have lost. I probably would,
Because that usually is the case.
Yeah.
Whoever
Yeah.
appeals never wins.
it probably wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
that's just
But
how the
I think it's
athletic
because
commissions are.
I think it's because he's a big name guy.
Yeah.
He's got a number next to his name that it made all that difference.
Were you guys were you guys pissed afterwards about it?
Will wanted to
Will
fight
was-
everybody. Yeah,
Will
it
was
was
nuts, dude.
it was really bad. Like the officials were trying to talk to Will, and like me, and I wasn't having it. Will wasn't
No.
having it. The guy Jim, who was there helped cornering Kyle and get him ready for
Yeah.
the whole fight week. He
Uh-huh.
was like the level headed.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle's dealing with dealing with that. Me and Will are over here ready to just
Freaking out.
fuck everything. Like we're going
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
And then
We're getting
Jim's
this one
like,
back.
And Jim's like, he's like, all right, everyone just relax, calm
Yeah.
down. We're good to go. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
So it was really good to have Jim there with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, listen, at the end of it all, I was like, all right, well, Chris has a massive fucking fight ahead of him. Cal now has a much bigger fight with the
Yeah.
same, it's
Yeah.
you guys are destined to fucking get the spotlight at this moment
Yeah.
in your careers. So
Yeah.
let's go with it, right?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, that's all we can do.
so, well, that was a shame, but we're moving on. So that's November
3 weeks.
and
Yep.
3 weeks.
Yeah, November 13th.
Why the fuck is this year flying by all of a sudden?
Exactly.
And
Right?
we're I think it's like partly because we're not taking any kind of breaks. Like
We were talking about during his fight week. We've been to Vegas, I think, every
it's like every,
every
2 months.
every other month,
Yeah.
every other month.
Time
or
to
so.
get a house.
We
Time
found
to
that-
get a house.
That's
Yeah.
what I was joking.
That's what we
about.
were saying.
Get a
We were
house and
joking.
Airbnb it
Yeah, we need to
for
do
the rest of
something
the
like
year.
Yeah, that's what we were joking, and then I was even telling my wife, I was like, we might as well just get a house out.
Yeah.
because
I think they're cheap, right? It's pretty cheap over
I
there.
have no idea. I think we were looking up houses like
Yeah, we were like, because where the hotel is, it's an all right like
area.
We're right next to the Raider Stadium, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's
Okay.
crazy. But I was asking him, I was like, do you think there's like a Badlands of Las Vegas?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in North
Yeah.
Philly, how North Philly's terrible.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you think it's and we were looking it up, and
Well, actually,
think
directly
there is.
across from where we stayed one time at the fucking Stratosphere. That is the best.
Oh, it's all the way down at the opposite end.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. But holy shit, is that bad,
It's bad,
dude?
right?
So I went with my work 1 year, and we stayed at like the Mirage, and we had a convention thing over the TV convention thing over there, and a fucking great experience. I go back like 3 months later with my family's business, which is eye care,
Yeah.
and my cousin booked the fucking hotel.
And that's where we put it.
We found a syringe behind the TV cabinet.
Oh, nice.
In the mornings, I would go outside. First of all, we all got like conjunctivitis because it was it was I don't know if it was smoke or fucking STDs in the air. There was something terrible. But I would go outside in the morning to talk to my wife and the kids, and I'm like, babe, literally across from us, it's like definitely a prostitute.
Yeah.
Definitely, it was fucking terrible.
Ugh.
Don't go to Stratosphere.
We stayed at the for his tryouts for the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, this was years ago. Yeah.
Where did we stay at?
Circuit was
Carnival? Carnival?
Oh, that they say that's equally as bad.
Yeah,
It was terrible. We were in
bad.
the back area, and I was like,
It's the same area.
we need to like.
I was like,
switch
yeah,
our
we need to
hotels
like
or
leave.
something, 'cause
I was
this
like,
is gross.
I'm not
I don't wanna
staying
sleep
here.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
wanna
not
sleep
staying here.
here. Yeah.
So I was
Doesn't
like,
wanna sleep
yeah,
there.
call another hotel. I'm like, I'm definitely not staying here. And by no means are we like high and mighty, like hoity-toity, like.
No, but you also want to survive the trip.
Yeah, I don't want to like catch something like
I don't
laying
want
in
to sleep
bed.
in
I
an
would
airplane.
I don't want to just sleep in a chair like this with my clothes on with my
Yeah.
bag like next to me, just in case anyone comes in the door, I can run out the door. So it was a little shady.
Yeah, it was.
There's so many better places to stay.
Yeah.
But anyway, you could probably Airbnb, which is probably a better option anyway.
Yeah.
And now, back there so much, buy a house. Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to.
The dog is
think about
bad.
Doing something. Yeah.
I know. As soon as we do that, they're gonna open everything
Oh,
up. and we're never gonna be in
I
Vegas
know,
again.
I know.
We're
You'll be
gonna
fighting in New York. You'll be fighting
Yeah.
everywhere
Yeah.
except for there.
Yeah.
How about this bullshit about the fighters coming from
Yeah, I saw that.
that they have to be
Yeah, I see
vaccinated?
that.
That's
So-
gonna be a fucking shit fest. I feel like.
I mean, Dana said they're gonna open up Fight Island again.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Right.
but-
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that
they're
complicates it
going
for
back.
everybody too. Like if you guys have to fight there, it's a much bigger.
Yeah, it's definitely.
He's
more
fought there, so he
complicated.
knows how to deal with it.
I fought there when I fought
Nascimento.
Rodrigo Nascimento. That was my second fight in the UFC. I flew out there, and that was at like the peak of everything.
Yeah.
Everything was shut down, so I had to quarantine in Vegas for 2 days. Right from there,
It just seems like a lot.
yeah, it's definitely a lot. So you quarantine in Vegas for 2 days, and then you fly 18 hours. But what's cool was that the plane was to ourselves, so it was
Okay.
like everyone who was like on that card, all their team,
Okay.
and like some of the UFC crew. I don't know if that's going to be the same going forward as far as like
Yeah.
a private jet.
They probably do it to contain,
You would
the
think
whole
you
COVID thing.
would
You know,
think-
it's like a
yeah,
bubble.
you would think
You
so.
would think that that would be the best, but I don't know what they're going to be doing as far as like, is it just going to be like, get on the commercial flight, and
Yeah.
then we'll put everyone in like business class and first class, because that's how it was. Like we were all in business class, first class, and then our cornermen had like 2 rows each to each other, like to
Nice.
themselves. So there was like 40 of us on a plane that could fit like 500 people.
Yeah.
So anybody could.
Well, at
just
least
do
for
it.
such a long flight,
Yeah.
they make it so
Yeah.
your body's not torn up
Yeah.
by the time you
So-
get there. All right. Well, we're excited for the fights. Obviously,
Mhm.
you have 3 weeks.
Yep.
Which is gonna be fucking here in no time.
I'm gonna blink and I'm gonna be leaving.
Yeah, and then you're in December.
December 18th.
So what are we thinking for these upcoming fights? What's the same energy? Just
Yeah.
stays through. Nothing
changes.
changes. There's no. You guys don't have to make any tweaks or anything, really.
No,
You're-
I mean, I think I took like 4 days off, 5 days off, and then
Yeah.
I'm right back in camp. I mean, I have good cardio from my past fight, so I don't want to lose any of that, and I'm going straight into the 5-round fight. I've trained for 5 rounds. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
So we're just doing that, and obviously he's always, ready. He felt like you. I remember you saying that night. You felt like I don't even feel like I fought.
Yeah,
Like
like
your body,
usually like
yeah.
after the fight,
Yeah.
we'll usually get food and like
Yeah,
hang out and
yeah.
chill. And we stayed up until like 2 a.m. outside in
Yeah.
the hotel, just sitting there talking, like just shooting the shit.
Because you've had longer rounds in the gym
Yeah,
and more
like, I was like, I don't feel like I
taxing.
fought, like nothing. Like I came home and I was just like, I gotta
Yeah.
do this again.
Yeah.
I was like, because when I'd flown home, I didn't get the fight wasn't rescheduled yet. It didn't get rescheduled until like a week
Yeah.
or so after that.
But you probably knew that it was going to happen. I mean, you don't
honestly,
let that.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I wasn't
No?
sure.
No, yeah.
No, I had no idea.
Well, because I guess for a second there, I thought they might want to avoid that
I thought that too.
outcome
Yeah,
for him
Yeah.
again.
Well, yeah.
So let's skip over it.
we really didn't know what was going to happen as far as like what the UFC had plans for, whether
Mhm.
they were going to immediately try and rebook it, or if they were going to be like, okay, let's just move off and we'll get him a new opponent, and we'll get Kevin what kind of suspension is he going to have, like that's a big
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that dictates everything.
they posted all that too.
Yeah, they do. post it.
Allegedly,
Did he have a lot?
He
I think
wasn't.
it was like a 30-day.
What I saw was he's no head contact until the 24th of October, which is tomorrow.
Really?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, and
he
then
says it's
he's
on-
not allowed to. He's not allowed to do something else until like
Because
the second
well, typically that's with a knockout that
Yeah,
much, right? But
until,
they
like-
consider that
yeah.
because of the headbutt.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Concussion protocol or whatever.
concussion protocol. But like, I'm sure he's in the gym training and sparring and stuff like that.
I was gonna say, do you guys? I mean, not you guys. Do other people ignore that shit when they give you a suspension for no head contact?
depends on how good
Like, do
the
you
fight
actually
went.
take it
Yeah,
serious,
It
or you're
depends
like,
on how good or bad
Yeah,
the fight
yeah.
went.
Like
We're big on like brain
not-
trauma and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Like if you got your ass kicked or you got knocked out like really bad,
yeah,
like we'll like even like not even us, like even like other people in the gym, like if like an amateur or like he got caught with like a really bad shot, which like or even like sparring, like like you need
Yeah.
to relax. Like I would take like a few weeks off, just relax.
that's where I think MMA is smarter than boxing.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak for obviously what all boxers do, but you guys make it very clear to protect your brain, let it heal,
Yeah.
don't immediately get back in there.
Yeah.
Because boxing was what this guy would get knocked out, and then you knew the next 3 fights he was going to probably get knocked out again because his
Yeah.
chin was
Yeah.
fucked. That's it.
Yeah.
Probably for that reason because they don't recover. They
No.
they go right back into sparring because that's
Yeah.
all you can do in boxing.
Yeah.
The fuck else are you gonna do?
Yeah. If
And
we-
I like what you're saying. I think that's a major thing. Like boxing is so narrow, not narrow minded, but focused on. It's just you're either doing road work, you're hitting the mitts, you're hitting a heavy bag, or you're sparring. That's really. I mean, we have tons of other stuff that we can work on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I also hate getting punched in the head. So as much time as I can take off of sparring, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's definitely.
I wonder why.
yeah, right.
I don't like a
It's not
big
fun.
250-pound guy punching me in the face or ripping body kicks. That's
Yeah.
not fun. Yeah.
Watch. Here I am giving you instructions. Derek Lewis has a fucking high ass kick for his body.
Oh,
And he's got good jump knees too.
Yeah, he's got
He
good-
impresses
yeah,
me every
yeah,
time
yeah.
he throws that. I'm
The
like,
switch
how the
kick,
fuck
yeah.
does that happen?
He like touches the leg and comes back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super athletic. That's what people don't realize. Yeah, he's super athletic in everything that he does.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. So anyway, watch that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna give you. No, so are you concerned at all about Derek?
You always have to be concerned about
The power.
opponents. Yeah,
But
obviously.
but skill wise,
yeah, I mean, he's obviously top 3 in the world for a reason. You
Yeah.
know, how many other people has he fought? I forget his record is like. I think it's like 35 and something, like 8 or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. He's obviously he knows how to fight. He knows how to win. And I'm sure that those other 40 people were like, oh, I'm not worried about anything. And they woke up with a flashlight in their face,
Mhm.
and him pulling himself across the canvas, doing
We're not.
that
We're,
face.
just, we're not gonna let that happen.
Yeah,
We're just not gonna let
I'm
that happen.
doing everything in my power in training and everything like that to make sure that it doesn't happen. So, yeah.
Has anybody put him out? No. Yes. He's been put out twice.
You told me Matt
He
Mitrione
was
got
he was
stopped.
he was submitted by.
He was submitted by
DC.
DC.
But
I know that. And then you were telling me that he was.
Look at this. This is crazy.
And then
It's two R's, I think. Isn't it? Two R's? Yeah, two R's, ICK. Yeah.
and you were telling me he got stopped by Mitrione.
Yeah. But that was a while ago.
Yeah.
When
back in the
Mitrione.
day.
Yeah. Actually, that's a, yeah. You're right. I remember seeing that highlight. That was forever ago.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well-
he lost the. Well, and then
So anyway, I
Surreal.
bring this up as a confidence booster because it's going to be that much more impressive when you know.
and then Cyril
Yeah.
stopped him. So we'll see how that goes.
I think he's fought, like in my honest opinion, he's fought more well-rounded fighters than
Yeah.
Derek
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek's kind of just an overhand right and a left head kick kind of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But what he does, he kind of lures you in very well, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
He's very. What I think is it's not like a lot of people think it's just like a big overhand. He kind of like
Yeah.
straightens it out a little bit and
Yeah.
dips a little bit, so it like throws everyone off. And I think I'm not sure how long his reach is, but I think it that his ability to close the distance because he is athletic. Obviously, doing able to do the
Yeah.
jumping switch kicks and everything like that. He can close that distance, and I think that's what throws people off a lot. And he carries that power throughout the whole
Yeah.
time of the fight, no matter what. I mean, look at the Volkov fight. He was getting destroyed until the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And he put Volkov to sleep. So
Want me money. I've said it before.
there you go.
Lucky as shit. Well, I think you guys are very smart fighters, smart, intelligent people, smart fighters, and students of the sport. Like you guys enjoy the fights and break it down. I always say it.
Yeah.
Maybe the best fight breakdowns that we ever do is when I'm talking to you and you're finally here.
Yeah.
But you guys know what the fuck you're talking about. You're not
Yeah.
just, there's a lot of fighters who you hear them talking, you're like, all right,
Yeah. And
they got skill, but
yeah, skill and I'm sure he'll tell you,
Intelligence
skill and natural ability only takes you so far. It comes to a certain point when the skill level of everyone is
at that top.
is
Right.
is equal, and then what you do outside of that is what's going to make you that much better. And I think that we've obviously been able to do that, and that's why we're at the top of our respective divisions.
So do we make some predictions? You're gonna knock him out. You're gonna choke
No,
him
I'm
out.
just
What? We're just gonna no.
Well, we'll switch it. I'll knock Kevin Holland out.
And you'll choke him up?
I'll choke.
Yes!
I'll choke him.
I haven't
Yes!
I got no knockout power. I don't know what's going on.
I love it.
If that happens, I don't know.
You said you don't have knockout power?
I've knocked anybody out. No. I've dropped one guy, and that's it. And
I
got
don't.
real hype
Those
about
punches.
that.
I'm telling you. What? I think it was your first fight in the UFC. How many? This is your third.
This will be my fifth
Four.
fight in the UFC.
Is it the fifth already?
Well, with
Yeah,
Kevin's.
Allen, Dustin,
I'm trying to remember which one it was. Maybe the
Hawes,
second.
and then Holland, and then Holland again.
Okay. I don't
The
know.
second fight, my second
Ma-
fight's the one I won. Is that one?
Well, I don't know. I just remember you going in there and me like it was very like the punches seemed so fucking crisp. I was very impressed.
Yeah, that was probably my second.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
probably my
probably
second
the
fight.
Dustin fight.
You showed it like I was like, holy crap! Like they were landing, they were loud. It just they were perfectly like I don't know.
I think it's
You
something, something that I keep in my back pocket. Like,
Yeah.
I teach the kickboxing classes at the gym and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
everybody seems to come to me when they're asking about striking advice for some odd
Yeah.
reason. I don't know why. I study a lot.
No one comes to me about it.
No,
It's-
right?
Yeah, no.
Is that true?
He's
I
just
swear
like,
to God, yeah.
you gotta hit them harder. That's about it.
You're knocking everybody out and they're going to you.
They go right there.
I think it's
and I'm
it's
fine
more
with
of like a I don't know what the word is. I don't even know what the word is.
like a
Like a
comfortability.
bedside
a
manner,
more
like the way
brain, like a more like picking my brain because I'm like I get like real deep in like the
yeah,
things that
like
I
he-
say.
Yeah,
and
he
the
gets
things like,
super. Yeah,
I'm talking
methodology.
about in the fight game. So
yeah, he's super.
I feel like that was a very nice, cocky way of saying that.
I listen. I like. I'm
I'm the
super.
brains.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah,
I think that's where you were going with that.
I'm fine with that because he'll be like, "Yo, do this," and then I do it, and it works all the time. So
Yeah.
it that's fine with me.
That's funny.
I got
That's
no
fine.
problem with that.
I love it. All right, so let's have a little fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my. It's not to be taken very serious.
Okay.
So I thought it'd be fun too because I always like to come up with a thing to do, and they never work out. So we do it one time and we never do it again. So we're gonna try this one for the first time. So
Okay.
grab one of those little pads. Have you guys ever played like the match game?
yes,
All right. So basically, I'm gonna ask a question, and you're gonna write either whoever your name, me, or Kyle or Chris, based on who you think.
okay.
All right.
Just so you know,
You
I
want
had
it
my
like
wife
this
and
way?
my kid help me with these questions.
You want it this way or this way?
I'll do it long way so that way we can show it to the camera. Gabby, can you see those cards?
Mhm.
All right.
Oh, double sided. Right, right.
Ready?
All right.
This is what did I call this earlier?
Who
Get
knows
get
who?
to know the bros. No?
Oh yeah.
I came up with such a clever fucking name for no reason because I'm not gonna say it.
I write that down.
Yeah, I know. Put it on the board
Know
over
your
there.
bro.
No, is
Know
that
your bro.
no, we're gonna go with that? Know your bro.
I stole that from somewhere.
There you go. Know
It
your bro.
works.
All right, I like it. All right, who won the most fights as a kid between you two? Between each other fighting, who won? Who got the win the most?
Who won the battle or who won the war?
Oh well,
All right.
let's go with the battles. The
All right.
battles individually. Oh
No, because
is he being humble?
no, I think he did because of all the shit that you pull.
Well, that's what I'd say. Like he would beat me up, but then like I would get him in trouble with my mom.
Yeah,
So
because
technically,
yeah,
he
so
won the
technically-
battle, but I won the war.
Yeah.
because then my mom.
Because then my
Was
parent, yeah, my mom would whoop my ass for beating his ass or
Yeah.
not beating his
So
ass.
he brought on the
Yeah.
reinforcement.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bullshit.
Oh, you know what? Shit, I meant to get you the napkin. Do you have a
Sorry, I
napkin?
use my
Just
phone.
think.
You sure? All right.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna look at you got processed
Nah,
and
it's all right.
going to jail. All right. Actually, this question we already know the answer. Who ratted on who the most?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle. Yeah.
But who got caught the most? Not fighting in general. Anything bad? Anything you did at home to get in trouble? Who got caught the most?
Yeah, me. Definitely me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you were bad at. Covering
just-
it up?
I don't know if it was just bad. I just of covering it up, or I just didn't care to cover it up.
What type of things were you doing?
Just stupid. I don't know. Just
Shit around the house, like what?
Yeah, that or like if I'm out with my friends, I'm like
Drinking and shit.
drinking. I getting caught drinking. Like my dad's a cop, so like I get stopped by the cops all the time, and I like carrying a case down the street. And the cops like, "Yo, I know your dad."
With the
I'm
Dawkins
like,
boy.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I know your dad." I'm like, "Cool, can I have my case back?" And they're like, "No, you can't have your case back." I'm like, "All right, I guess I got to tell my dad I got stopped by the cops again." So that's it was just generally me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna have that question, but I took it out. Who had their first beer, age wise? Who's the youngest to first crack a beer?
Oh, that's,
Basically, who's the goody one, and who's the
I'll say me. Yeah, me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Mom, it was me. That was me. Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was me.
Freshman year.
Yeah, I definitely got beat then.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
who was the better student?
Ooh,
Now, don't tell us. Just write it down so that way we can keep some mystery.
better.
Best student.
Yeah.
Me.
All right.
I'll say you.
I
Yeah.
guess.
I think we're agreeing on a lot of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you.
Who's the better striker?
Yeah.
Really?
100%. That's what people don't realize. Like, I go to him for the striking. Like, I just have power, but when it comes to actually like making your career, like if you go, hey, listen, you're no longer MMA fighters, you're now kickboxers. Who's going to be the better kickboxer?
Really?
Him. 100%. 100%.
Do you wish more people knew that, or do you don't? I mean, obviously, probably you don't care, but do you wish more people knew that when they compare you on media, like for example, against Kevin Holland?
Yeah,
Because
I would say so. Just because like everybody think I'm a grappler and
they paint you in that light.
Yeah.
like that's all I am.
I just have the power, and he's got everything else. He's
Okay.
Yeah,
You got the brains.
yeah,
That's right.
he's
Damn
he's
right.
he's an intellect. Yeah.
Who's the best Philly fighter that's not you?
all like
Let's just
forever?
say now. No, let's just say
Or
now.
current.
You can pick. Doesn't matter.
okay.
All right, MMA.
I think fighter. So it could be MMA or boxing.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot to spell it wrong.
When somebody says, the Philly fighter has got to get a mural in the next 10 years because he's the best, but it can't be you.
Eddie
Alvarez?
Eddie Alvarez?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fair
I'll
enough.
say Eddie.
Do you think Eddie should have stopped sooner so he could have preserved that? Or do you think he still has a chance at conquering one as a champion?
No, yeah,
If he wants to.
Yeah, if he wants to, I think Eddie has the skill set.
I don't like the ruling. I don't like the rules to one. I
Right.
think that's the issue. I mean, it's the fight is made in like a whole, as
Yeah.
like the fight's scored and judged as like a whole.
Yeah,
which,
it's a
I,
whole
which
fight.
still like I don't understand.
Yeah.
but
yeah,
I'm more of a
As
win
opposed
by
to
rounds guy.
breaking
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
rounds. Like, I guess they're trying to get away from people stealing rounds.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, if I whoop his ass for 5 minutes and then he whoops my ass
At
for
the-
the next 10 minutes,
Right.
you know, I don't know.
Right.
So
It's like stealing around in boxing, where
Yeah, I
you end up with a
guess,
nice
yeah.
flurry of punches, and then all of a sudden you win the round, the Oscar
Yeah.
De La Hoya style.
yeah.
All right, so Eddie Alvarez gets that. Who had the worst nickname growing up, or you maybe did it?
I had a nickname, but
I'll say
I didn't have a family nickname.
me.
What was the nickname?
I was called Hoss in high school.
Hoss.
Yeah, Hoss. I don't know, like a big.
That's
I don't
like-
know. Yeah,
I
I
said-
guess, yeah.
I said, man, I was Big Chief in grade school.
Oh, wow.
You were what?
Big Chief?
Big Chief.
Yeah, my basketball coach. Like I just.
Do you
like,
guys hate when they call you Chief for sport or that type of shit?
My biggest thing is
That's
I
it.
can't say it. I can't. 'cause
Yeah,
people are
don't
gonna
say
call
it. Yeah.
Why?
I'll say it. When people call me Bud,
Yeah,
like,
you're
hey
"Yo,
Bud, or like hey
Want to
buddy.
fucking kill him?
Oh my god! Like
If-
if we're like in the same room and they're like, "Yo, what's up, Bud?" I'll like look at him.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
And especially when they're like your age
yeah.
or like somewhat
It
in
doesn't
the
matter, it
realm.
doesn't
It doesn't matter. Even younger kids are younger than me. Like, just
Oh,
like,
then you
"Yo,
want to fuck them up
what
for
up, Bud?"
sure.
I'm
yeah,
like,
he just turns and looks at me, and I'm like, are we fighting
can't
this? Like,
stand
are you hitting this guy? Like, what are
really
we
can't.
doing
I
here?
just really
Like,
can't stand
what's going on?
I can't
I
stand
hate.
it.
That's one of
I
my
feel like a
biggest
dog.
things.
It's like a dog thing.
I have somebody who always, but he calls everybody the same thing, so I kind of have
Yeah.
let him get away with it. But for in
Yeah.
the beginning, don't fucking call me buddy.
Yeah.
Like
Nah.
I'm
not your buddy, no.
and even if I am your buddy, don't fucking call me buddy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
Chief sport, all
is
that
your
bullshit.
thing.
Yeah,
that is
my
your thing.
fiance when we started dating, she used to call me Bud a lot, and I hated
on
that.
purpose, just to fuck with you.
No, I didn't tell her I didn't like it.
Oh,
I
okay.
just dealt with it. I just dealt
But
with it.
if
That means you guys are
But
meant to
like
be.
now, she knows I hate it.
yeah. So like, if I want to get under his skin, they'll text me, "Yo, Bud," or
Yeah.
something like that, and he just like
I just
doesn't
won't-
answer.
I
Yeah,
just-
he
I just
won't
won't
answer. Yeah.
I love it. Who had the most annoying girlfriend growing up?
I'm most annoying. I don't know.
Let's
Let's
do no answer on that one.
All right.
yeah, we'll just
All
draw a line.
All right. Fair
No
enough.
answer on that one?
Fair enough. You know who you are. Who's the favorite child in the household? We're almost done, guys. All right.
100%.
Yeah,
Really?
100%. He's the baby. 100%.
I was a baby. Yeah, I got everything.
He got everything. I got nothing. Was the firstborn. Wasn't allowed out. Wasn't allowed to do anything. And then he's stumbling home 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to be home at 10 o'clock. Bullshit, Mom.
What's the age difference again?
3.5.
Yeah.
All right. So my boys are 4 years apart.
All
What's give me one tip for how they because they fight, which I know is part of it.
Yeah.
They fight nonstop.
Yeah, that's just.
What's the
they're
trick
always
to?
fought.
I want to make sure they know that like when we're all gone, you guys are. I want them to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let them fight, I guess.
Yeah, let them.
Let them fight.
Yeah, we were
Let 'em
just-
solve it.
Argue it out. Yeah, let them solve it
that's-
out.
Yeah, because that's if they don't figure out how to do it now, then they're not going to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like if we have like bad days at the gym or something, what else, and like I don't want to talk to him, he doesn't want to talk to me. Like I pissed him off. Like we'll figure it out, and then it's done with it. It's not like a ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a 2-day thing or 3-day thing. It's usually
Yeah.
like an hour or 2 thing, and then
Until
we're
you call
back.
him Bud,
Yeah.
and
until-
then he
right.
rips your
Yeah.
fucking head off.
Yeah.
Who has the easiest next fight?
You see, all right.
Don't overthink it. Don't
I-
overthink
but
it. Don't
I-
overthink it.
We overthink too many things.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, I'll say me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Appreciate the honesty. Who's the most overrated fighter?
Between both of us?
No.
Oh,
I was like-
no. That's fucked up. No. Gabby had that question, but I said no.
Oh my God.
No. In the UFC.
Overrated?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Nah, I can't wait. This is good. I'm getting knocked out or something like that. I can't wait.
I got mine.
I see that answer. I like that.
Do it.
Overrated?
Yeah, overrated. Fuck it, just do it. What are you gonna do? Beat you up?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Is this your answer? The answer?
No,
All right.
that's not mine.
Wait, did you delete it or erase it?
Yeah.
No, I want to know what it
Oh,
was.
I like that one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a good
You
one.
can't copy of each other.
Nah, all right. Whatever.
I want the original one. I like
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Holland. Yes. Is that who we had in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, good.
that's what it was,
Good. All
I
right.
wrote it like 3 times and erased
Yeah.
it.
All right. Drum roll. The last question, and not the most important one, but who is the most disciplined
Between us.
between you two? Look at that.
100%.
I think they agreed. We have to roll it back, but I think they agreed on almost everything.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Yeah, he's definitely the more disciplined.
Love it.
Like I'll like snooze
He doesn't have to cut weight. That's what it is.
I'll have to cut weight. I think that's the biggest.
That's
He's
majority-
cut plenty of fucking weight. Is that not
that's the
enough for
majority
you?
of it. That's a majority of it.
No.
He's about to join you. And
Listen. I have a diet book that I would use for fights and stuff like that. I have a nutritionist now, but
yeah,
he got the book and he started using it for his fights at heavyweight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you doing this? Well, originally he had to cut weight to make 265.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like the first, I think it was my
It was
first.
a while.
like,
It was
couple-
it was a good couple fights.
Yeah.
And then like he just continuously did it, and I was like, I don't understand why you're doing this.
Yeah.
He's like, do I salt all my food like this? Do I do this? Do I do it? And I'm like, you don't
I was
need
just-
you don't need to worry about
I was
this.
trying to become a better.
He was just trying. I think he
professional.
was just trying to get strict. He was trying to be
Yeah, I
more
was trying to be
strict.
more strict in how I approach fighting. Like,
Yeah.
at that point, it was kind of like I think it was my first couple pro fights. That's what it was, because amateur came easy, and then pro fights, and I was just like, I'll just do the same thing, and then I lost, and I was like, I need to
Mhm.
become professional with how I handle not just my training, but with everything. And
Yeah.
it's just I think that's what.
there's
a major
nothing wrong
part
with taking it to the next level.
No.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
that's
to.
just a major part of it.
Is that what got you down that much?
Yeah, yeah, and then just like stop eating. Like
Can you
shit.
photocopy that book and send it to me?
Yeah.
Is there any way we?
Yeah, I get
Come
it.
on, bud. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I got this mic up. I think we can wrap it up. I mean, we've tortured you guys long enough. We won't talk current events because we don't know when this is gonna air. But all right, Gabby, let's roll it out, fellas. Thank you so much, man.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.